Welcome, Sagittarius. I'm Veronica. This is Veronicas Dreams Tarot. I almost forgot who I was. Um, this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, week of May 3rd. We will pull a major arcana for the overall energy of the week, and then taking a look at how the week flows, a challenge, and unexpected. I have someone working on my lawn. I'm just making sure that doesn't need to get paid. Okay, let's get going here. What is Sagittarius's overall energy? Magician. Okay, I always have a little bit of a watch out. It could be, yeah, you can really make things happen. You might really just, it could mean you need to jump through hoops. I know Aries had that. But it also could mean watch things because a magician has the sleight of hand. Are you being shown everything that you need to be shown? But it can also be that you have everything you need. You just might need to make things happen this week. Because the magician is about making things happen. So let's see what's going on with the tarot. The three cards, how the energy flows throughout the week, unexpected challenge, and then most important thing for you to know. Let's see what we got for Sagittarius. Hang on there just throwing cards around. Sagittarius. Okay, let's get going. Page of Cups. Hierophant. Alignment. I'll explain that when I get to it. Challenge. Who wants to pull it? Seven of Pentacles. Unexpected energy is Five of Cups. Most important thing for you to know is Eight of Cups. And the moon at the bottom of the deck. I don't really read that when I pull a. Yeah, you may be trying to get something done here. There is going to be a disappointment coming in. The most important thing for you to know with that Eight of Cups too is very interesting because it feels to me like, and we'll get more into it, but it feels to me like you'll know when to walk away. Like it's almost telling you not to worry. You'll know if you need to walk away because you do have the Five of Cups up here. Your challenge is the Seven of Pentacles though, which is about having patience on something maybe that you're trying to get started here. You also have a commitment in the middle here. So you got the Page of Cups. Could be an offer coming in. It could be love. Um, but whatever this is it does at the beginning of the week it feels really, really good. But you may have to make a commitment with the Hierophant next. So there could be a commitment that comes in. The alignment card is unique to my deck. It is the card after the world. It's about you might feel very aligned here at the end of the week. And alignment means like you feel like everything's running on one cylinder. You're trusting your intuition. You don't feel like you're in a good place. This is like an ultimate place to be. It's confidence, but it's confidence. It's almost like the strength, but a step above that, even because you're really, really trusting yourself. You've been through the journey and now you're in a good position. Also, this is a journey, this is a good way to end the week because it means that you're above that, beyond that, not above that. So let's take a look at the page. Let's see if we can figure out what this might be. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. This is a collective reading, but we'll get a good idea. Let's see what it is. Oh, Two of Swords, Hangman. This has been something that you've been sitting on for a bit. This could be even you making an offer. I think this is like you making a decision here. You've been in Hangman mode. Two of Swords and Hangman together are not super good combination. Not because they're bad, but because they're inactive. The Hangman, I would say, is a active inactive, but this Two of Swords is not. It's a very stagnant place to be. And when you mix it with the Hangman, it's not helping matters. So you need to make a decision. You're trying to figure it out. I think this is you figuring it out. So this may not be an offer at all. This may be like almost an epiphany moment for you. And I think this is when you realize you have to maybe make a commitment of some sort. But let's take a look, because Hierophant can be commitment. It can also be like really trusting in your spirituality, that next level. It can be about learning and teaching. Um, all of the things that wrap around teaching. Um, Again, that Two of Swords, man. Yeah, this is going to be hard for you because you're deciding, like, I've got to make a decision here. And the world is like, at what point do you make that decision? I feel like that's what this is. At what point, like, do you have to be at a certain point before you make this decision? But I think that you're there with the world as well, because it is the end of major arcana. So you are saying, okay, I've got to make this decision. So this could be relationship, um, or it could be a commitment to job. It feels more important than that. And when I say more important, I mean personally more important. Jobs are important, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it could be relationships, home, family, more personal. What is the alignment? So that alignment, I feel like, is really good. I feel like things are in a good position for you to make this commitment. Ace of Cups with the moon. Yeah, see, you're still very unclear, but I think the Ace of Cups showing the moon is that unclear feeling. The Ace of Cups, though, is like, okay, you're ready for this. You are ready for this. And I think that's what's actually aligning you up to say, okay, I'm in a good place now. You're in a good place with whatever this is. You're making a decision, whether it be a relationship, whether it be family, move, home, whatever, you're in a good place. So 5 of Cups in your unexpected, there's something here that you're going to feel disappointed, but why are you disappointed? Are you disappointed because it didn't work out exactly like you wanted, or true disappointment? Sometimes we set ourselves up for that too. 8 of Pentacles and Lovers. You're working really hard on this. This is something that you're working hard on, and it is a partnership of some degree. With the 8 of Pentacles, yeah, it could be work, but I don't think so. This feels a lot more personal to me than that, but it could be. The Lovers is also about making a choice, but it could be a partnership. And you're disappointed because something feels off because you've worked really hard, but something's disappointing you here. Is there any more about this 5 of Cups? 5 of Pentacles, another hard card. You're not sure if this is the right route to take. There's something, and I think the unexpected is, will I be disappointed if we take this route? If I take another route, will I not be disappointed? So yeah, it's a tough one. But I think, again, that 8 of Cups says you'll know when to walk away, because here's the thing, you need to be patient. Your challenge is being patient. 7 of Pentacles, when things are really worth it, they take a while to grow. You've got to tend to your garden. You got to take care of it regularly. You can't let it go. If you let your garden go for a couple days or whatever, then the weeds start growing, and then it takes forever to weed the weeds, and especially if you don't water, and then it gets dry and blah, blah, blah. So you really got to take care of things. And I think that's the patience part of this. Um, yeah, 9 of Swords with the Queen of Cups. There could be a water sign involved here. And there's something that's really, yeah, there's anxiety here. But the anxiety is part of the patience. Having to be patient is giving you anxiety. And that's what you have to overcome. But there's something with, I think it has to do with another person. Relationship, absolutely. Partnership or friendship, familyship, somebody. And I think that you're just in a position where there's some kind of commitment you need to make, and you're worried about it being a disappointment because you're doing things differently than you ever have before. And basically, your challenge is being patient, and that's hard because you are working on things, but it's going to take a while. The most important thing for you to know is the 8 of Cups. And I think all of this says is you will know when it's time to walk away, or if it's time to walk away. I think with all of the cards here, it's almost like it will happen if it needs to happen, because you do have, yeah, you know, like there's, I think you're worried about some kind of new beginning, and the Queen of Swords is being that logical self, and I think you're worried about it. So with that, you're worried on taking this new adventure, this new commitment, this new thing. But I think this is telling us that you will know exactly where you're headed. I don't think it seems even saying that you'll know when to walk away. I think it says you're headed in the right direction. You've left what you've needed to leave and you're moving to where you need to be. And I think that's what your important information is, to make the proper decisions. Some of these decisions feel like they may be out of your hands a little bit. I'm getting a lot of like up and down energies for the week. So it may be a tough week. Again, we got that Magician. I see you may have to jump through hoops. It may just be a tough week. Your advice, yeah, death and rebirth is what this is. So allow things to happen, allow things to grow, allow things to change. Death, shedding skin, caterpillar to butterfly, growing, transforming, becoming. So know that for things to really grow, some things need to go. Like you, yeah, that shedding of the skin, like the snakes when they grow. So this is going to be important because I think there is something big happening here. However, these are the little steps getting up to it. And yeah, and you might feel like you're running through hoops. So there you have your reading. If you need more information or have something else you're concerned about, personal readings at veronicasdreams.net. They're all 50% off. And there you have it. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Take care. Have a beautiful day.